Yo, this is the podcast that never was, and I'm your host, Metris. Alongside me, we got my guys, Dre.
What it do?
Tay.
Long live getting we in here.
And also Josh.
What's up, folks?
Today we're gonna give you some rundown on some sports, music, and especially them views of the culture. So go ahead, sit tight, and let's get it.
All right. We're going to get into this culture first and foremost in our city of Lincoln. We had a big topic go down this week. Well, not really this week, but the video kind of surfaced of some officers pretty much. I mean, people have their own ways of viewing it as wrong or if they should have been justified for what they did. But our question as a group is, were the actions on 12/8/19 at Lincoln Atrium ER by Atrium Security and Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, were they wrong or were they justified? And a little bit of a briefing of what happened is Jessica Long, she took her 16-year-old son to the emergency room at Atrium Health, Lincoln, because she was worried he was having a mental emergency. Instead of getting treatment, he was violently assaulted by hospital security guards and a Lincoln County Sheriff's deputy. That's straight from the WBTV webpage. Want to give them a shout out for writing that down. And what we're going to do, we're going to kind of pass this around and get everybody's view on if they were wrong or if what was justified, by the way. So, who want to start it off? You want to start it off? Dre, you want to start it off?
How you feel about it?
I've seen the video, and the child was mentally handicapped, for one, or mentally ill in some type of way. Granted, they said that from the video, you can kind of see at the beginning of the video that the child and the parent were actually having an argument of some sort. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the child was cussing at his mom or he was doing something. He was very angry at the fact that he had to go there.
Yeah,
I don't know if he just kind of know the process of what was going to go on, but you can clearly see that he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So as I'm looking at the video, I kind of see the child, the 16-year-old, I don't know if he swatted at his mama's hand or what it was.
And she asked the security to help get him in there.
To help be there. Also, you can see I don't know if he was a cop, sheriff, or whatnot. It was a big sloppy guy that was right there beside her.
Yeah.
So once he did that, you can see in the video that he came over and he kind of grabbed up on the kid, which I don't think that he was actually supposed to grab him at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know the protocol or whatnot, but I don't think he was. So from that point, the kid actually swung at the cop twice. Boom. You can see in the video, he swung once, he swung back. Mm-hmm. That's when you see the cop kind of push him and shove him. He knocked him out of his shoe, man. I thought that was well enough because the kid might have been 120 pounds soaking wet, honestly. I mean, knocked the kid out of his fucking shoe. So the kid, honestly, as a 16-year-old, when a cop do that to you, how you gonna come off? You ain't gonna fight this shit back. I mean, I ain't gonna fight it back. Honestly, this motherfucker got a gun. Yeah. He got all types of shit, and I can be charged as a fucking adult. So I'm not doing that shit. But as we see in the video, from there's the Atrium Health guard. He comes around, he kind of gets the guy in a little headlock. He slings him to the ground, knocks his 2 front teeth out, and you can see that he was clearly bleeding in the video. So from that point, that's when it got really confusing to me because I was like, why did all this excessive force need to be dealt on this 16-year-old kid? Granted, if he was cussing and doing all this, causing a scene or something, dude, calm him down. Like, go get somebody from the hospital. This man's he's mentally not there. So what are you doing slamming a damn kid that's 120 pounds? You probably got about 160 pounds on the kid Now, this is not the guard that knocked him off. This is the Atrium Health security guard that came over and knocked his fucking teeth out, and he was fucking bleeding.
Yeah, he was just standing there. He came over there and body slammed his ass.
That by itself was out of fucking pocket to me. It was wrong. I don't understand what the hell went on that part, because I was like, dude, come on. So then they had called the sheriff's office. That man stayed on top of that boy, had him handcuffed until they got there. Yeah. Like, how long was he staying on top of that boy? And this boy, like I said, mentally ill and probably 120 pounds. What the fuck else do you need? Like, what other force do you need to handle this kid? It don't take that much. So by the time the sheriffs get there, if I'm telling the story right, if I'm wrong, y'all come in, y'all type in, y'all tell me. So when the sheriff get there, I don't know if they still trying to talk to him or whatever it is. As you can see, the boy's handcuffed. He's sitting up. They're pushing him up. And I don't know if he spit. They saying on the video, everything, he spit blood at the officer. I think that's facts. But I don't know in between what time that this actually happened. But you see the officer, the sheriff's officer that came, they said they was trying to talk to him. That's when he spit in his face. So he punched the kid twice. This kid had already been tased as well. But with somebody holding him up like a free shot, what can he do? His hands is behind his back. Y'all holding his ass up. But then you come in and you swing at this nigga like he Deontay Wilder. Like you Deontay Wilder on just a fucking punching bag, which makes no sense to me, like, whatsoever. And I'm like, okay, that's another fucking wrongdoing in this act. Then, as it goes further. The officer that got spit in the face, I guess the 16-year-old mother was right there. She might have said something. He strikes at her. So once he struck at her, the other officer that came along with him, he grabbed that officer up and he took him down, which I've heard that's protocol for them to do. That was the right thing for the other officer to kind of mend the situation and calm that down, because, of course, things get heated when you get spit in the face, especially with some blood. Yeah. So from that point, I mean, that's pretty much all I had seen from the video. But it was two officers in that video that I thought was outrageously, that their wrongdoings were just crazy to me. And I really don't understand why they did this to a 16-year-old mentally handicapped child that now has a felony on his books. Like, he can't get rid of this, I don't guess. Can he? After a few years, what?
I don't know.
Felony level goes
possibly
15 years.
His mom's probably gonna sue, but since the sheriff's deputy, it's like you've been saying stuff, but I know you don't. It's security guards and one sheriff's deputy, but the sheriff's deputy is released. The sheriff's office probably won't back him, so it'll probably be like a lawsuit just on him instead of the sheriff's office.
The sheriff. I do know that the sheriff got fired. I mean, well, I don't know if he got fired or whatever.
The deputy got. I don't know if he got fired or if he got or if he resigned.
One of the two.
But yeah, she'll definitely sue him. I don't know if she can sue the office anymore, but it's really never really against the office. It's normally just against the individual, regardless of what it is. It's whether the office backs you or not. And I don't think they're gonna back him because what he did was just absurd. It's wrong. I mean, I know the dude. I know him. But that was wrong. Like, he should have got fired. He should have been fired a long time ago for it. It shouldn't have had to come to light like this. Or maybe it came to light and they didn't know about it. Nobody did any kind of investigation. They just took his word for it because Lincoln County Sheriff's Office doesn't wear body cameras. So you got an officer's word and somebody else's word, or a deputy's word and somebody else's word. So that's their difference.
My question is, how does video surface? Who had this footage?
That's Atrium. It's coming from their security camera, so it had to become, somehow it became public. I don't know where they got the CCTV footage from, but I mean, there's a lot of that video that could be handled differently. Because for one, I don't know the training of the Atrium security staff. I seen the guy was trying to guide the kid inside. And he hit him twice, and you can hear him on the body camera. Like they do, Atrium does wear body cameras. You hear him on body camera tell him to stay on the ground. Like, he asked him to stay on the ground. He didn't stay on the ground, so he pushed him back down on the ground. I mean, I get hit twice in the face. He could have beat the shit out of the kid. He was justified to tase him then, but he didn't. I feel like he did the best he could do. He was already assaultive. I mean, he pushed his mom before that. That's on the video, but WBTV cut that part out. Like, that's another part that I wish would happen with, like, it would stop. Like, just give us the entire video of everything that happened. Let us see, make our own judgment on that instead of you, like, taking bits and pieces of something and putting it together to fit your narrative. Now, the whole situation wasn't a good situation because, like, I don't know if he was dealing with something mentally or he was on something or what it was. But it's kind of hard. I do know from working with people with mental disabilities, it's very, very hard. And you have to get physical with them a whole lot more than, like, common people think you do, like, that aren't in that field. It happens a lot. There's certain extents, like, you won't do certain things to certain people that you would if somebody had the same mind, but how are they supposed to know what his mental state is? I don't know if his mom said something. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish you'd seen the whole body camera video to hear what his mom was saying to the security guards, because she could have stated that.
Because she asked for the help. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But,
and like I said,
you just get her point of view from what she said was happening during the time, and you don't get clearly there's body camera footage because they had it because they showed it on the news, but they didn't show but a little bit of it while he was pushing him. Right. But you can hear him say, stay on the ground. You know, he got back up, he pushed him down. That was fine. I don't have a problem with that. Him being handcuffed, him being taken to the ground, I feel like it could have been taken down a little bit better, but he should have been taken to the ground.
What was that a takedown? That's what I'm saying. He's standing there.
He assaulted someone.
Bro, he was standing beside the car not doing nothing.
He was distracted. He had committed an assault. He was distracted. That was the perfect time to do something. That part could have been handled a little bit better. But I don't know the level of training that the security guard had.
Okay, but he's not doing nothing. That's what I'm saying.
He had already did something. That's what I'm saying.
You saying he swung? So when he swung at
when he hit the security guard,
when he swung at him,
he hit
on the other side of the car by then.
It doesn't.
Yeah, he was coming back this way.
It doesn't matter where he was. The fact that he committed a crime is what I'm getting at.
So why he didn't do it while he was already on the ground?
What do you mean why? When was he on the
ground?
ground?
Why did they let him get up if that?
I don't know. Like that part, I don't know. Maybe it was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Another one had seen it on camera where he was watching it. Like, you don't have the whole story, so I can't really tell you. I do know that he had committed a crime. He was gonna go to jail for it. That's why he took him down. He was distracted. He had already been assaulted when you were trying to guide him inside of the hospital. So, like, if I'm trying to tell you to do something, clearly words aren't working with me. So I'm like, I'm going to give you some kind of light, gentle hand force. Inside the hospital, you're going to hit me in the face twice. I push you to the ground. Cool. The video cuts to where they're on the other side of the car now. I don't know what happened in between that.
The push. I seen the push. I seen the big slap one I'm talking about. Yeah, I seen him push him and knocked it. But it knocked him on his head. He came off his fucking feet. So, from that point of the video, what I'm trying to see is, how the fuck did he make it back to the other side of the car?
Well, they cut it out. That's my whole point.
They cut that out.
There's a lot of stuff that bothered me about the way they edited that video. Like, don't make him. I mean, he's mentally disturbed. If I don't know whether he is or if he ain't. I'm gonna stop saying that. Something's going on. Something's wrong. Why not be transparent with the video? If you're the news, you're supposed to give people the facts, right? Show him pushing his mom. I mean, that's fine. But there's no point in you.
I seen.
You seen it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I started off.
There's no point in, but the WBTV didn't show that point. Like, there's no point in cutting that out. Like, if there was a wrong that was done, which there was him getting hit in the face. That was wrong.
Hold up, they did. Remember that video I just showed you? That little 30-second clip. It showed him like doing something.
No. You didn't
go back and look.
I'm talking about like where he like two-hand pushes his mama in the back.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
All I seen was them face to face.
But that was from a completely different news network, and they cut out other parts of the video. They cut out the part of him hitting the security officer in the face. Like, they cut that part out and just cut to the point where the officer, I can't stop saying officer, the security guard pushed him down.
See, I didn't understand this.
And they showed that. When they slowed it down, he never even touched the officer.
He swung, he missed. Twice. Boom, boom. He didn't connect neither time. But where the security officer, why did he take him down that way? That's what I'm saying.
There could have been a better way of taking him down. I feel like he could have used, but I don't know the level of his training. Right. Like, I don't know, how HM trains their security guards. I don't know what skill sets they're supposed to have or what. Him being distracted and him getting him to the ground and putting him in handcuffs, that was good time. That was like opportune timing. he probably could have taken him to the ground in a safer way. Like I said, I don't know his background or any of that, but I honestly, to be honest, I don't have a problem with that. Like he did it, so nobody else was gonna get hurt. Unfortunately, the dude got hurt. That's very unfortunate, but I feel like the act was just.
Do you not think he should have been? You think he should have been suspended, or he should have been fired for the act that he actually did? Like, that was
hit him
a
in
little
the face?
sensitive. He hit him in the. I mean, not the damn TV.
Are you talking about this? See,
I'm talking about the security guard. I ain't talking about the officer. The officer was fucking wrong to me, regardless. Because he overreacted in a way. Fat Boy worked at the sheriff's office, the big one. Now, I do know that because, like I said, my cousin there worked
But he's not a deputy, though.
I don't know what he is, but she said he work up there.
He might work at the jail, but I'm saying, but he's not a deputy, though.
Maybe not. I don't know what.
That's different. Like, so he's just a guard at Atrium at the time.
But the other dude that had on the black, right, that took him down,
Yep.
I didn't know security guards could hold pack heat.
Yeah, Atrium, like they're actual security guards. Yeah.
Shit, I didn't think they packed heat. I seen that video. He actually had heat.
Yeah,
like, oh, shit.
They have armed security there. All Atriums do across North Carolina.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a good fact to know.
That's but like I said, I don't know the level of their training there, so I don't know if he was ex law enforcement or what. I don't know any of that. Him taking him to the ground, I don't have a problem with.
Okay, so you don't have a problem with the security guard taking him to the ground the way he did?
No, the way he did it could have been done better, but as like the goal was accomplished, he got him to the ground.
Okay, but from that point though, John, let me ask you: do you think he should have been suspended for that, or you think he should have been fired, just left alone? Period.
The guard?
Yes. But just our first look, like us, like we don't know. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
Our first
look.
I'm
just saying our first look.
Mm-hmm. Not like nothing. No reprimand of any kind.
Shit, that's tough. Damn. So I don't know, bro. I don't know how to take that shit because I'm just like.
I mean, he had to be.
Yeah. What's
I don't know what his mom. I don't know what his mom was doing. I don't know the whole. Like I said, I would like transparency.
Right.
Like, release the video so we can see the whole body cam footage of what was being said during the whole transaction. What was being said. What all transpired is what I'm getting at. So
you coming from a standpoint of the goal is done though, like you were saying, like the goal.
Yeah, it could have been done a little bit better,
but the goal was completed.
But it was completed. Like at that point, I'm pretty sure if somebody commits an assault, they're supposed to contain that person until proper authorities get there, and then they can press charges. I'm pretty sure that's somewhere in their policy. Might not be. I mean, I'm 1,000% sure that's not verbatim, but it kind of falls onto that.
So a security guard, a police, and an officer, granted, can use any type of force to actually reprimand somebody. That's kind of how. That's kind of what I'm hearing.
I don't know their policy. I'm sure I know for a fact if I witness you commit a crime, any kind of assault, I can contain you until the proper authorities get there. If it's deemed necessary. Right. And that's his job, so I'm sure it's deemed necessary at that point. Plus, the kid probably was going to be checked in for some kind of psych eval. Like I said, I don't know their policy, so I don't want to say something that's against their policy, but I don't.
See, the thing with me, the kid went in there for one thing, right? To go to the 7th floor to get medicine and check for or whatever it was, but he left out. He had to probably get his shit fixed in his mouth. Mm-hmm. Who knows what other types of fucking bruises, breaks, or whatever the fuck he probably had after. Like, he went in there for one thing.
Yeah.
And it all flipped shit.
Bad. It's happened before. I'm sure plenty of times at hospitals. Just one of them times that some kind of light got shed on it.
What y'all two think? What you think, Misha?
I'm really with you with it. Honestly, it just seems like that ain't. It wouldn't be cool if it was anybody in that situation. No. So for it not to be anything done, or not anything done, but just to hear that standpoint, it kind of took me a little left. Just like you know what I'm saying?
I wish people could see my face, but I'm kind of like,
because from the outside looking in, nobody wants to see anybody get.
Nah,
you know what I mean,
not fucked up like that.
That shit. I don't know. When I seen it, I don't even. Only reason I had seen the little I had seen the clip. I think it was, I had seen Chris and he was like, got something for y'all to talk about on y'all pod? And I was like, and I had seen it, but I never watched it. And I was like, tag me in it so I'll see what you're talking about. And so I went, a little bit later I went and looked at it. And I was like, oh shit, this is in Lincolnton, like, and then I watched the video or whatever.
Yeah, that's what shook me too, because it was actually in Lincoln.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that's the atrium." I ain't even.
Like when I seen it, I was like, usually most of the something like that happen is, I guess you don't expect it to be in your town, but
It's just getting closer. It seems.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? And then like the way they showed the video, like he
You didn't see that one?
he knocked
Yeah,
the dude out of shoes and all this and all that, and then he go on the other side of the car, and then the dude come over there and slam him, knock his teeth out, he bleeding and shit. I'm like, but that, like, I don't think that was called for. But then, and then once they got him, they laying on his, pretty much got their knees in his back, just holding him down. And I think it was both of them was doing it. One, like that boy was 100 pounds. Like man,
Big Cat had to be all of 350, bro.
Easily.
I'm sorry, that nigga was
he
350.
could have just put one foot on.
But
his
you know,
ass
he
and
reminded me of Officer Jameson.
That's what it looked like.
Man, he could have.
I'm for real. That's what he reminded me of.
He could have he could have one officer could have did it by himself, like the boy, and he didn't even like he was even like trying to get up, like he was just like at that point he was just like, all right,
It's
whatever.
over. It's over.
Like, that's how he didn't
bro.
like. You could have seen if he was like flaring out, like doing something, but like both of them to be laying on him like that, like that was extra as fuck. And then the cops get there and he spit, and then he punch him. And that was like that was way over the top. Like, I understand he spit on him, but that was over the top. And,
I mean, free hits, bro.
yeah,
Like, a punching bag type hit.
like he handcuffed, and then the motherfuckers that was being interviewed about what the security guards did and the what's names, both of them some fucking deuce. Like, yeah.
Flaw.
Yeah, sitting there pretty much lying in the whole, like...
He said he was lying and stuttering and shit.
Yeah, he was stuttering, man.
But talks, no, he didn't hit him both times. He only hit him once. He drew back the next time, but then swing, like, what?
He kept saying that, like, Bill B kept saying that he only hit him.
Yeah, that was bad.
Once.
That was bad.
And I was like, bro, you can see this
And
shit.
like, did you not see the... Yes, but he only hit him once. Like, bro, no, he didn't.
That's the thing. Like, I like Bill a whole lot, but damn, that was like he did a shitload for John and the family. So like he really did.
That's why
he's a really good dude. But he was wrong for what he did.
To my knowledge, fuck him.
Well, I mean, I just informed. We both informed you. He's not that bad of a person. He just
all right. Well, he showed on TV different.
All right. Well, nobody's entitled to any mistakes.
Honestly, if he would have took the approach of the woman that was at Atrium, she was. Like you said, she was schooled on something how to do this.
She had talking points
like a motherfucker. Bro. He did. So he didn't know. He kind of went into this and taking it. The dude that was doing the interview was hitting him. Yeah. Boom, blow for blow. Like,
when they notice you don't know, they gonna keep doing.
I'm thinking for one, that interview I'm sure was pre-recorded. I wonder if he even seen the Atrium footage before. He, like I said, they don't wear body cameras there, so all he had to go on was the deputy's word. So I wonder if he just took the deputy's word for it and didn't say anything without. But that
he seen the video.
I'm not giving him.
He had already seen it.
Yeah, he's seen the video.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, he's seen.
He had already seen it beforehand.
Yeah, he's seen the video.
And
when I called him and he was kind of stuttering, I started saying
that part was bad. I can't take up for that one.
I ain't gonna front. He did do his thing for getting it and all that. Salute that, but like. That was flawed on this shit, right?
Do you think color show at some point? Or like just how people really...
I don't think it color. People make mistakes. You just got to be accountable for your mistakes.
But some mistakes is kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But just saying something one time
not
and try to...
That's how I feel. I'm just saying in general, like, you got to see it from different perspectives.
Like, that right there, that'll make anybody look at you like,
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Hold on now, bro.
We see what you defending. So
if an officer go out here and let's murk a nigga, let's see what happens from there.
You already see that over and over. A motherfucker gonna kill a person, ain't shit gonna happen.
Yeah. So
get a smack on the wrist.
I'm gonna hold this one. I'm gonna hold this one.
Nah,
No, this we got to talk.
Talk,
This
Mr.
ain't
Al.
this ain't got to do with that. This ain't to do with the atrium thing. All right, it's fun. This is funny. I got.
It's a great perspective in here right now. Because
Yeah.
we got Josh here. It's so
Yeah,
good.
we need
And
that,
it's stuff that we need to actually, as people, need to be informed on when we dealing with a situation that got something to do with law enforcement. Because I'm gonna tell you what, when he said it was a felonious act, like if somebody spit on you or they get aggressive with you, from here on out, bro, if I feel like somebody attacking me and they about to catch a charge on whatever they doing towards me, I'm knocking them the fuck out. Or I'm doing something to counter that back, because he said that was okay for the officer to do that. He did say that in the interview, and I was kind of like, okay, so that means I can protect myself at all fucking time.
All you gotta do with them, they say, "Oh, fear for my life," and that justify them killing the person or whenever that happened. That's all. That's every time that happens.
That's anybody with a gun, dude. That's
when a cop kills a person.
That's law.
When a cop kills a person, all they come back and say, "I fear for my life," and most of the time it's footage where you can tell they wasn't fearing for their life. They
How
was.
can you tell somebody's feeling?
All right, bro, you got
Most of them don't be armed.
No, I'm asking. It's a question.
Most of them
because
don't be armed.
we see the fucking videos and when they show that shit.
Yeah, but how can you tell somebody's feeling in the inside? Is the question. I'm asking you.
That's what they do when they. That's their line of defense every time.
I'm asking a question.
Regardless,
How
every time.
can you tell what somebody's feeling in the inside?
Bro, because we see the video. And
But that's you're not answering my
and
question.
that indicates them showing that it was no sense of fear, like, to be even had.
How can you tell what somebody's feeling in the inside?
They're the only ones armed in this situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
What other defense do
Yeah.
they need?
Like
That's
when the
not what I'm saying.
motherfuckers is
I'm-
running
that's not-
away and
I'm
they
not
fearing
asking.
for their life, motherfuckers shooting them in the back. For what?
They're going away
That's a
from
different
like.
situation.
All right, a
But
lot of the
this
motherfuckers is doing the
happening.
same shit, bro.
Like,
I don't disagree with you. But I'm saying, how can you tell what somebody's feeling in the inside?
All right, you got
Well,
it.
you talk
they
about
didn't
a line,
know what he was
like,
feeling in the inside, but they handled that the way they
The
did.
way they handle.
That's true. That's very true. I mean, I'm not saying it. I'm just asking a direct question. How can you tell? You can't tell.
I'm
Yeah,
answering
when-
for
you
it
can't
for
tell.
the sake of the question. Like
You can't tell what
when
somebody's
they're the
feeling
only
on the
ones
inside.
with the defense.
No, everybody has a defense.
So a man or a
I'm
person,
running away
a
from
random
you.
nigga walking the streets don't have no justification over shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing that get me is just like, it feels like that an officer can do anything you want.
Yes, they can.
The badge
They
is
covered,
that-
covered by the blue.
You can go in somebody else's apartment. Off them. Oh, I thought it was mine.
I thought
like,
it was
come
shit.
on,
Mine.
like,
That's
come on, bro.
She not
Outside
in
of mine, bro.
prison. I mean, I'm saying she not. We're gonna name off.
Yeah, she went to prison. She
Like-
went to prison. Oh, the girl
The
that
girl
Texas-
shot Bosa
what did it
John.
say? Yeah.
Yeah, but that
she
was
went to
it was
prison.
The one that
light.
went in the
Ten
It was
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
light. It was
light.
yeah.
No,
It was
Let's
light.
not-
Light.
Yeah,
It
let's
was
not mess
light.
it happen.
I'm not justifying it. I'm not justifying.
That's
but
the first one out of how many?
Exactly.
Out of how
It's not
many?
the first one out of how many.
It was
Yeah,
second,
and I
What's
heard-
another one?
What do you mean? What's another one?
Name another one.
Another
Went to
cop that
prison.
got
Went to
dealt with
prison.
when they,
There's a lot of them. The dude in South Carolina went to prison. The one that you just made example of him, the dude running away, him shooting him in the back. He went to prison.
Did he?
Yes. Before that, way before that, and I'm pretty sure he got life.
I have to look
I have to
up.
look it up, but I'm pretty sure he did.
If he did, that's good.
But
That's
I'm
the
saying,
first.
like, you got this, like, perception of people like they're not people. Just like, I hate
That's
that
the
shit.
same. I mean, this is a
Like,
tough.
it's like from the outside looking in. Like, I wish people could see. It's hard though. It's just like with black people. It's the same concept I look at. It's the same with police officers. Like one black person does something, tears something up, shoots up something, or does something. The whole media makes it seem like all black people are that way.
Yeah.
One police officer does something, media makes it seem like all police officers are that way.
Yeah, but
I wish people wouldn't put people in the box and just realize we're all people. There's gonna be. I can't speak for it.
This shit's totally different, bro.
It's not totally different.
Yeah, it is, because it's been videos with motherfuckers, like,
'Cause I'm looking
white
at the
people
one
was,
right now,
they
it's
had a
saying
video of
won't
the
be
motherfucker,
charged,
white
but I don't
dude
know
sitting
which one we talking
there, running after a cop with a fucking knife, and the cop running away from his ass. But a nigga ain't got shit, and they getting killed.
Every situation is different. Every person's
whatever,
different.
bro. That shit
People
matter
are
with color,
people.
bro.
People are people.
Yeah.
People. I'm saying people are people. There's not just because you're a police officer doesn't mean you're
Yeah.
some kind of like perfectly moral, sound human being that
I don't
has to do.
fuck with cops at all. None.
Well, you fuck with me and I'm a cop, so it's a difference.
When you put that suit on.
It's on every day. I got it on right now.
That shit is different, nigga.
That's
Trust me.
That's a real thing.
Hey, that's that ain't gonna do though.
I mean, I'm saying
That's
you can fuck with me all the time. You don't fuck with me at all.
Bro,
That's it. That's how that's how I roll.
But you have to see that as your job. You have to cut that line too, though.
That's different. No, it's
I ain't
not.
never-
You
Because if you put
don't
that bad on
have-
against
you
us
have-
doing something, you still
you
gonna
as a
pull
person,
us.
you
still
have
gonna-
standards. You don't.
Okay.
It does
But
not.
when you, but go ahead.
No, y'all go ahead. Y'all
Because
cut me
I ain't
off.
never had no
Does not-
positive encounter with no cop, man. Most of the time, I'm not even doing shit. Like,
I've had horrible encounters with police
All
officers
right.
too. I've been pulled over for absolutely no reason.
Can I ask you
Like
something?
literally no reason. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let me be real on this one right here, man. Is there a certain way that you have to treat a certain race? I feel like that.
No,
I
you should treat everybody the same.
Let me tell you something though. From somebody I heard, I've talked to a cop about this and the signs of how to trap niggas. The things that make you that when you see something, if you see a black person, it's just certain ways to say that they categorize that person.
but I could tell you.
I heard this out of somebody that was really close to me, and I was like,
I categorize.
damn, I can't believe
I
you just
categorize
said this
everybody. I categorize everybody. I look at the back of people's cars and I can probably tell you what they do for a job, how many
And you
kids
just
they
said
have.
you don't like put people in a box, but that's
But
exactly
that-
what the fuck you doing.
I do that with everyone though. I put everybody in a
Put them in a
box.
box.
If that's what you want to say it as, and I put everybody, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, does not matter. Situational awareness is on another level with me right now. I pay attention to everybody.
That's assuming too.
It is assuming. Everything's assuming. You size a person up when they walk in the door regardless. That don't mean you know the person and what their worth is. Everybody assumes. So, like I said, people are people. Listen to. Let me finish, bro. I respect your opinion on it. I don't respect the fact that you say. Like I said, I'm a police officer. Either you fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. That's
But like I said, once you got that badge, nah.
I got it.
I
I
don't
mean,
fuck with
it's
no
on me right
cops.
now. That's fine. Then you just don't fuck with me at all. And this will be my last podcast. That's just how I keep it as it is. If that's how you feel, I mean, that's
He
what
got
I'll do
sentenced
then.
to 20 years.
That's wrong. He should have got life.
Back. The South Carolina.
We can go like there's only.
Shit got life. What's life? 25 years?
He
That's
got
what-
charged
It
for
depends
murder.
on what. It depends on what state. Like every
I think
law
it-
is
yeah, I
That's
think
different.
it
crazy. In
count
South
25
Carolina, a
and-
black nigga can rob somebody, bro, and get 35 years. I done seen it on TV. Like, for real. Go in somebody's house and get 30 some odd damn years. I don't know, the logic of how the law enforcement, how they enforce it against somebody else, bro. It's a fucked up process.
It's
It's
a
a fucked up
every
process.
time.
Everybody like it's just like one person does one thing and it dooms everybody.
It does, man. And
That's a horrible way to look at. Like that's so simple minded to look at. Like put everybody in one demographic. That is exactly how people treat it.
But can you put a demographic into one box?
You shouldn't, but that's how people treat it. Like you shouldn't look at one black person that sells drugs, been selling drugs, been beating on their damn girlfriend, been robbing, stealing people, and put all black people in that fucking box. You shouldn't look at one dirty cop and put all cops in that box.
But
There's people are going to be people. That's the thing that I hate, that people don't realize that police officers are still people.
Yeah.
And you, for one, you don't know their hiring process. You don't know how much those police officers have been vetted to actually see what kind of mental state they're in or what kind of mental help they've got throughout the process, because it is a hard job.
then as Americans, we need to they need to come together and come up with something to help police
Because
officers.
this ain't
and
been-
that shit ain't got
this
nothing to do with
new,
doing
though.
it.
This is how.
No, I'm saying like
started.
it's people are people. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I get that, but in your insurance plan or whatever the fuck it is, bro, it needs to be something there that get mentally
There is
checked.
free mental
There
health, but like
is.
how many
Exactly.
people come out and say they're actually having mental problems when you have mental problems? I think everybody in this room has had some kind of mental issue at one point in time in our life.
Right.
But how many people did you actually come out and talk to that about? Like you may have talked to everybody
So
about
that
it. You may have
shouldn't
talked to
be
nobody
an
excuse.
about it.
I'm
That
gonna
shouldn't
tell
be
you
an
right now.
excuse then.
I'm not saying it's not an excuse. I'm stating the
For a
facts.
cop to be in a mental state and we don't know about it, and that's why they may do certain things, shouldn't be an excuse.
I just said it's not an excuse.
But you were just saying that before we got to this.
I wasn't saying it's an excuse. I'm saying people are people. Police officers are people. That's the thing that people forget. Just like black people are people. So I don't like the way some places like or certain media culture certain things like to benefit them. That's what the media does. It's like WBTV. They made that seem like it was the most innocent child in the world. Yeah. Which he might have been. Like I said, I don't know the kid's mental state, but damn, show the part where he pushed his mom. I had to go to a whole nother news station in California to show Tay the part where he pushed his mom in the back. So like, why can't show the whole video with the sheriff? See what all he has to say. Show the video. Show the body camera video. See what they have to what was being said. Because it could have been worse than what I mean. I'm just basing off of what I seen. But I also seen the fact that you want to chop and cut the video to fit your whatever it is, your genre, however you want to portray the situation. I'm not saying it.
I agree with you because CNN does that a lot.
Yeah.
They cut shit and
Fox
make
News
shit
does the
out
same
to be
thing.
just this and that and this, and that's what gets in our head. But if the media is putting it out this way, that's all we ever gonna see.
Just the thing, even with police involved shootings, how many times do you actually go back and look and double check the facts? Like how much research do you? I'm not saying nobody does any research in this room, but how much research do you actually do?
And when it's buzzing, I'm going to go check everything.
Right, you might. But how many people do that? Very few. Most people just look at fucking Twitter and see the damn stream, or look on World Star and see the video or the short clip, or on the news and just go based off of that.
So you saying some of that stuff was justified?
Some of them that we seen that we didn't think were justified. Some of them, like the kid, I can't remember exactly where it was. It wasn't too long ago. I think it was last year. The dude had a gun. He tries to run away. In my head, I'm thinking he's trying to pull his gun's falling out of his pants and he's trying to grab it to stop it from hitting the ground, or he's trying to pull his pants up. But regardless, he had a gun. Cop shot him. Media, World Star. 3 weeks before the video came out, the full video, World Star put the video up from a security camera in a parking lot where it just looked like the kid was running away and got shot in the back by a police officer. They didn't show the whole vid, like the body cam footage or none of that. They just showed what they had. That might have been all they had, but then you see what actually happened. From my perspective, I probably would have shot him too. Somebody's running away from me. I already told him to stop, and you're grabbing a gun.
Now, okay, I'm going to tell you this. I ain't got no problem with a motherfucker. If he got a gun, I got a gun, it got to go down. Because at the end of the day, I got to go home to my motherfucking family. And that I do get, but he like, fuck it, he scared as hell too. So if he shoot this motherfucker, I don't know. I don't want to play. I got to play both sides. I got to look at it in both perspectives. Like, this nigga, he might be scared as hell. Of course, first thing, I think, and when I see a cop and I'm black, oh, that nigga shoot me at any given moment. Even if I move the wrong way. I can damn just take a step, bro. And that nigga might be like, oh, he coming in.
You know what I'm saying? I got to think of it like this. This is horrible. This is the way I you know how you see a snake on the ground, and we were kids, they would always tell us that, I would always say this too, especially because I grew up on a farm, the snake's more scared of you than you are of the snake.
Yeah, I heard that all the time.
That's the same way a lot of police officers are when they approach people. The snake's more scared of you than you are of it. As weird as it might seem. I get what you're saying. We're cultured to be that way though. Instead of learning that some police officer is somebody that we should be able to go to and talk to and be able to help you, you get cultured that it's something negative.
Yeah.
And that's a horrible perception. And I'm not saying that there's not bad police officers. There's probably a lot of them. There's probably at least one at every agency, unless there's a small town agency and there's only a few people working there. But more than likely 1 or 2, and that's probably a couple thousand if you do the whole U.S. So, you got big agencies like New York and LAPD and stuff like that. I'm talking about just actual precinct agency type things. But that's the thing that I wish people would understand, that police officers are people. It's a person. You have a job. Some people handle that badly, and it reflects on everyone.
Well,
but you can't put all the rest of us in a box just because one person fucks up.
And that goes for them, for us. Please
facts,
don't
big fact. That's what I said at the beginning.
Doing whatever,
big
giving
facts.
niggas speeding tickets when they ain't doing whatever.
Big facts.
Damn, the roughing niggas up. You know what I'm saying? I done seen this 1,000 times where I'm like,
that's probably a lot of older police officers that were around back. I think that's growing out. I honestly think that's growing out. Like it's phasing
Talking
out.
about the good old boy.
Yeah, I
That
think
shit will never end,
Hell
bro.
no,
Nah,
it's 'cause
good old
they
boys will
brought
never
up.
end. Come on now.
No.
I'm with Josh. I'll be with you sometimes. But good old boys, man.
It depends
bro,
on where you- it
hell
depends on where
nah.
you are.
It depends on where you
It
at. Because
depends
they
on where
kind
you
of
at.
never change from good old
depends on where
boys.
you
And it depends on the person that's trying to get that job. If they was brought up that way, they gonna take that mentality into the
facts
job
because
that
they're
they
people.
do.
Thank you. They're people.
I understand that, but
I mean, you
that
gotta.
don't, they don't give.
But don't put us all in a box because you think one person does something bad.
Like I said,
That's the same thing.
majority of like it's one time I was coming
That's
home from work.
All right,
And go ahead.
all right, let's
Go
go.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
We're gonna see. Was the act wrong or was it justified?
Everything except for the punch and the way he acted towards the mother afterwards. All that what the deputy did was unjustified.
Me, what you think?
Oh no, that's not justifiable. Nah.
Wrong.
Yeah, it's
Just
Big.
let Dre finish his story.
Okay, let me go. I was just, I mean, you know what I'm saying? For the standpoint of us, just not ranting on just one thing.
Nah,
I
it's
just
it.
kinda
I
like-
mean, we going. Go ahead. You were on the way home from work.
Yeah, and I'm coming home. I'm on what's the road East Lincoln High School? What's that road?
73.
Yeah, I was coming on 73, and I you know how the cops be saying it's like I don't know what the hell it is. It's like right before you get to that damn little nursery. It's like it's a plant, but they be
Oh,
sitting out like
yeah.
outside the road.
Yeah.
So I pass them or whatever, and I get to the end of the road right there at the light, whatever. Turn, cop, and they I seen them get behind me. I turn to get to go off, and they flick their lights on. So I pull over, and right there at the gas station, it's Shell now, and so from the time they pulled me over, it was one cop. He came up and talking. I had my phone recording. Every time they stopped me, I'm press record. So I showed Mitchell's video, and then he asked me for my whatever, like the little. I guess what they asked everybody, and so he come back. That's where I was coming from. I told him I was coming from work, and then he went to the little car, whatever, doing whatever, and then like 3 other cops come. Some woman comes to the car talking, like, she trying to talk to me. I'm not talking to you. Like, I have nothing to say. I'm sitting over drinking some water. And she talks, oh, what, you get the one with the vodka in it? I'm like, really? And I just looked at her and was like, okay, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah,
man.
like, but I'm drinking. I can have a water bottle. I'm drinking some water again. Just sitting there chilling. She's sitting there trying to have a conversation. I'm not talking to you. Like, I have nothing to say. So she leave, go back. Dude come back. He damn... I guess she done told him something, so he come back with some shit, and he asked me something, and he was trying to get me to get out the car. I was like, I'm not getting out the car, and I think by this time I had called my dad, and he was trying to get me to get out. I was like, I'm not getting out my car, and he was like, why? I was like, I don't feel comfortable getting out my car. Like, and he's at this point, he still ain't told me why he stopped me. Like, he ran my shit, whatever. Man, he asked me to get out the car. I was like, I'm not comfortable getting out the car. I was like, I feel more safe in the car, whatever. So he's sitting there, and he go back to the car, come back, give me my stuff, and just walked off, ain't say shit. Like, what was the whole fucking stop for, bro? Like, this shit was just so pointless. I had everything on tape, like, the whole incident.
Weed in the bit.
Like, and there was another time I was
Was it late at night?
yeah, it was about 11, 12, 'cause I had, yeah.
You can't be black and driving out late at these
Yeah.
small towns.
And then there was another one. This was a while ago. And I was coming like this one. I was coming off of not Newbo. I guess it's Newbo where Tinsley and stuff said I was turning right there, going past McDonald's. And a cop was sitting, like, I was sitting at the stop sign. He was already there. Like, it wasn't nobody on the road. He could have went. He waited for me to leave out. I pulled out. He get behind me, so I'm driving. I'm going back. This time I was working at Ingles. And I was going back. I was on break. So it's like, I went to break at like 3 in the morning. So I went and I'm pulling back into Ingles. He followed me the whole time from McDonald's all the way down to Ingles. As soon as I pulled into Ingles, he cut his lights on. And I was like, all right. So he's sitting there questioning me, whatever, asking me, did I know somebody to live on New? Some weird ass name, Pookie, some shit like that. I'm like, no. And he like, do you smoke or drink? No. I'm like, I'm at work. And he was like, have you been drinking? I was like, no, I'm at work. Like, bro, what do you think I'm like pulling in English for? I was like, you want me to call my manager? I was like, he's inside. I'm at work, bro. He claimed I swerved, but I'm in one lane the whole time, like I didn't swerve. Like it's just, and he pretty much like, yeah, you was coming off of that street. They do a lot of drug deals and bullshit like that. I'm like, so that's what you think I was over there for? Like, I was coming from my apartment, like, but he just seen me coming off of that road and suspected me to be dealing drugs or buying or anything like that. And then he doing all this rah-rah shit. I got the whole thing recorded. Like, he doing all it. And then another cop come. He called backup or whatever. So then at this point, I'm standing outside because he didn't have me get out the car. And it's cold as hell. And he been all extra and shit. But as soon as the other cop come, his whole demeanor changed. This motherfucker turned to a different person. Oh, yeah, I was just trying to get him to calm down, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, what? And I'm sitting there telling him, I was like, no. I was like, I got everything recorded. This man over here accusing me of doing this shit, talking about I've been drinking and shit. Like, I'm at work, and he's sitting there trying to accuse me of doing all this other shit, asking me, do I know these people, why I'm coming from over there, like. And then he was like, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. Like, the other dude, like, diffused the whole situation and whatever, and was like, he was trying to take me to jail and everything. I'm like, bro, I ain't even did nothing. Like, you stopped me because you assumed I was coming from somewhere dealing drugs and selling. Like, that whole, like, every stop I've had damn near has been negative. And most of the time, the times I've got speed tickets, that's probably been the positive ones. Like, nigga, I knew I was speeding. Like, yeah, I knew I was getting stopped then. Yeah. Other than that, it was all the other times. Like, one time I got stopped, had a damn, it was the the tag light.
Oh, bro, you don't know how many times I done got stopped for that. 1,000 times.
I got stopped for that, bro. It was 4 cops out behind me, bro. Like, is this that serious? Like, I understand. Okay, I got the things. Like, he was asking me all like, where you going? Like, this not the address that's on your thing. Where you going to? And all this and all that. I was like, yeah, I'm going to my friend's house, whatever. Like, this doesn't match. I'm about to give you a ticket for both of these. Like, it's like 4 cops, bro. I'm like, I'm literally turning into home, bro. Like, I'm at the top of my road, like about to go home. It's like 4 cops out there. Like,
you give somebody a ticket for not having the right address on their license.
You have a certain amount of days to get it changed over. You have X amount of days to get it changed over.
Oh.
But it's something that just gets dismissed on that. And like I feel bad. I've had 2017 is the last time I got pulled over, and I got pulled over for literally nothing. It said I didn't have the right registration on my tag when I had all the paperwork right there. Like, it literally took a whole 45 minutes for like the whole city. It wasn't the first time too. I got pulled over twice on LinkedIn for literally no reason, like no reason whatsoever. Both times they said I didn't have my seatbelt on. Clearly had my seatbelt on. Like, clearly had my seatbelt on.
Yeah, it was definitely not like.
Well, and the whole everybody showing up thing, it just means nothing was going on, and they just showed up just to show up.
That's protocol.
That's not. You just do it because you ain't got nothing going on.
Oh shit! So really, I always thought, well, every time I done been pulled over, bro, like you.
If somebody's close and nothing's going on, they're going to show up. Because would you rather sit in the car and wait on nothing, or show up and possibly have something happen?
That look crazy to me, though, when 3 cops coming up with their lights flashing on your ass. Like,
yeah, like, okay, I'm cool. You got more than one.
Crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't take that. Like, don't take that. It looks bad, I guess, from the person's perspective.
Look bad.
You know the thing, like, no matter who you are, like, even when you do something wrong most of the time, no matter who you are, like, because I've seen this. Like, seen this. People get mad when police officers pull them over, no matter who you are. But especially, I hate that's one thing that in this world I hate. I probably might still have it happen to me. Get pulled over for no reason whatsoever. That's one.
I mean, I had my time getting pulled over, bro. But thank God somebody saved the day for me. Actually, Cliff seen me getting pulled over one time.
For real?
Yeah, he stayed there the entire time too, bro. Like, made sure everything was straight because I actually thought I knew the cop. I had actually went to a party with the cop the week before. Not with him, but he was there. Yeah. You know, he was fucking with somebody I was fucking with that was friends. And bro, like, he was literally on his hands and knees in my car looking and saying that like he found stems and a whole bunch of shit. So immediately, I called my lifeline. Hey. This motherfucker, he fucking with me now. This the second week in a row he done actually did this shit too. But I'm like, damn, I thought everything was cool.
Yeah. I done had times that I'm at a license check and talking, oh, I smell alcohol in here. I'm like, bro, I don't even drink. Like,
Come on,
the
man.
fuck?
And the thing that get me though, bro, honestly, and I heard this shit. Y'all know the little trees that people put in their car to smell good?
Yeah.
They say if you got a bunch of them hanging up in your car, that is automatically a sign that you smoke weed in your car.
No,
I've heard this.
It's not automatically a sign, but a lot of weed smokers.
But most of the time, if it's a lot of them, that shit don't
I
even
rest
smell
my case.
no more.
I rest my case. And my times I leave my shit up there, I don't even take it down, bro.
Yeah.
I just leave
It's
it
more
there.
hassle
Do you
trying to take
actually
them down
get
and
pulled
put
over
them
for
up.
having hanging from your mirror?
I have seen because it say the impair your vision.
Impair your vision.
Yeah, I have
It's-
seen. They say
it's
you don't
crazy.
supposed to have them hanging up on
Dude,
your
you can get pulled over for sure. If somebody suspects you of doing
So I
something,
got
you can do
shoes
the
and all
most.
types of shit.
You can do the most minor thing in the world and get pulled. Like anything to get pulled.
Even
over.
like having like shit on like stickers or something on like your, I guess in the driver's seat like that part of the window, you don't supposed to have nothing.
No, it's not supposed to be at the
Because it
base
just
of the
impair your
window.
vision.
Yeah, it has to be at the base.
Yeah.
Man,
Or
get
be on
the
the other
fuck
on the
outta
passenger
here,
side.
bro. Like, this shit is
That's why
ridiculous.
when you do lift and shit, that junk is on that side. You can't have it on that.
That shit ridiculous.
But yeah.
Man, fuck that. That shit just pissed me off all over again. That's ridiculous. Like the shit that you could actually go to jail for, bro, then actually being black in America, that shit crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna talk about that though. I don't want nobody to be up here saying I said some crazy ass shit.